To my dear Muslim friends, I want to tell you that I have been recently accused of being condescending towards Muslims. I have been accused of speaking against Islam, and that I have been accused of leaving Islam because of a woman. So I'd like to address these three specific issues today, so bear with me. Number one, being condescending towards Muslim. I want to say, and I want to clarify this. If you believe me, I'd appreciate that. But if you don't, I can simply just let you know and then make up your own mind that I do not hate Muslims. Instead, I love my Muslim friends. And it's not that in specific I love Muslim friends or Muslims, but that I love all people entirely. I do not hate any one specific human being or one specific person from one specific religion. I love everyone. And please, I'd like you to try and really level with me here and believe me when I say this. Now that I've put that to rest, I'd like to speak about the second issue, speaking against Islam. Have I spoke against Islam? I have spoken against its theology. Yes, I must grant you that. However, I would ask you to grant me something, and that is this. That to speak against that which is false according to a specific group is a practice of many men. It is not something that is unique to me. Muslims speak against Christianity, Jews speak against other religions, atheists, etc., etc. And so everyone generally does that. What I would ask you to hold me up against is not the fact that I am speaking about Islam comparatively with Christianity, but that if I am blatantly being rude and disrespectful to your religion. And if I do that, hold me up against that, and I promise you that I'll not only take down that specific video that was disrespectful and rude, but that I would also make a public apology. I'll record a video and I'll make an apology, and I'll apologize to my friends, whoever I have been rude to. So please, you can, I give you permission to do that. However, please do grant me to speak against that which I think is false, but do it so in respect and in love, comparatively. And so that is all that I'm attempting to do over here. Lastly, why did I leave Islam? Did I leave Islam because of a woman? No, I did not. Initially, I will grant you that that is why I left, is because I just followed my wife now. However, why I am a Christian now and why I remain as a Christian is a completely different story. It's not because of a woman, but it is because of a comparative study that I have done. And I am still doing that. And so I want to share the specific reason with you that has kept me within Christianity, and that is because of Christ. Now, let me elaborate. One is that I saw sin all around me. I saw sin all within me. And also I knew that since God is angry with my sin and unpleased with it, Him being good, Him being just and consistent, requires God to punish my sin. However, whilst God must punish my sin, He also loves me at the same time. And He wants to have mercy on me. And so the issue over here is that the reconciling, whilst God is to punish my sin and He has to show me mercy, does He give up one for the other? And that is what I find in Islam, is that inconsistency within the Quranic God. The Quranic God somehow has mercy without His justice being served, without Him being consistent toward justice and that which has been done wrong already by man. He simply lets go. And so though that comes across as a very nice and a very loving God, etc., but however, if you study within the consistency of God, it really makes me struggle with this whole idea. If God is perfectly just, then he must perfectly exercise his justice. He cannot be imperfect and circumstantial in the way he operates within his justice or his mercy. He must perfectly reconcile these two, and I see the reconciliation of justice and God's perfect mercy and perfect justice in the person of Jesus Christ. For me, Christianity has provided this answer, is that God within Christ, in Christ, has forgiven me all my sins, right? But has now perfectly restored me to himself. He has set me free from the bondage of sin. All of my sins are forgiven. That all of mankind is accused of and guilty of is sin. Look all around you. Think of the thoughts you had today. Who is going to pay for those sins that you have committed in simple thought? My Muslim friends, if you say that you follow the teachings of Christ, you will know something that Jesus himself also says, that if you have thought of a woman in a lustful way, simple thinking, that you have committed the act of adultery or fornication. And so in this little issue of sin, you will find that you will continuously, if you truly dig into the issue of sin, you will find that you are constantly in a state of sin. Who and how do you work out all of these sins that you're constantly committing? And I say to you that it is found nowhere else but in the person of Jesus Christ on the cross of Calvary, where he died to pay the sin so that God's justice is satisfied and that God's mercy is revealed and shown on that cross, that he loves us so much that he sent his son to die on the cross so that we can be saved from the punishment of sin. This answer, I must say, is not provided for me in Islam. I have to work to try and please God, and even though I have worked, I am never sure if Allah is ever pleased with me. And so in Christ, I know that God is pleased with me. And so I now live my life as a Christian pilgrim. My Muslim friends and all my hearers, come to Christ and find this beautiful rest that I have found and have experienced so abundantly. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this video and share it forward. My name is Shamoon Khakan, and I'll see you soon.